you are back on the Tortoise and Hare experience. You just heard the song Day After Day by Skin Mask, which you can find at skinmask.net. And as always, we always like to start every segment off with an experience. I went first. Max, feel free.
Okay, so my experience, other than all the other junky poo that I'm dealing with my apartment, is, I'm into a new year now. We're in February, and it seems like time is just running. It's just running away. It's an emotional month for me because both of my parents passed away in February, and my mom passed on February 13th, so the day before Valentine's Day. So it's like a bittersweet holiday for me. I'm kind of messed up with that. How do you feel about Valentine's Day?
I've never been a fan of Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
As cliche as it sounds, you should tell the person that you love every day that you love them. Or,
yeah, I agree.
What I was a fan of, and me and my girlfriend or my ex-girlfriend, we kind of had our own Valentine's Day. We didn't care about the corporate day. We just kind of made up our own, and I think that's what made our relationship special. Was that we didn't focus on days where the world was telling us to focus. We focused on our own days.
Sure.
And I think when you find somebody like that, you should treasure them. Don't take them for granted.
Heck yeah. Yeah. I should have candy and flowers every day.
Not every day. We don't want to get
every
fat.
Day. No. Well, see how it is. It's always about my weight. Dang. Gosh, so hard to be me.
This is Hollywood. I mean,
I know. And I have to make sure that my pants are skinny so that my son can steal them.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's messed up. Christophe, what about you?
What am I doing for Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
I'm going to Vegas for a wedding. One of my friends getting married. And I have to go.
Well,
it's going to be the cool thing about it.
Great.
Listen to this. This is awesome. He's getting married at the Kiss Chapel.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a Kiss Chapel.
Yeah, this is a Kiss wedding. It's going to be awesome. And for this, I'm very glad I'm going.
Wow. I hope that Gene Simmons is
that would be awesome.
Not going to wear those pants that... Have you seen that picture? I think it's on my Facebook.
Oh, yes.
With the leather. Oh, man. I was my eyes burned right then. I was like, I never want to see that again. That was crazy.
But it's going to be, we're all Kiss fans. We're all French. So...
That's very cool.
We have to do a Kiss wedding, and that's going to be...
Wow. I don't, I'm not a huge fan of Vegas weddings in totality because... I got married there, and
me too.
You did? Yeah, those weddings, I don't know. They don't seem to last too well.
It worked out great with a divorce.
Right, exactly. So it's I don't know about that, but we wish them well. We wish your friends well, and a long and happy marriage.
They're both stuck in the 80s. They both looked exactly the same way they looked 20 years ago, and it's gonna be all good.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like staying stuck in the 80s. That was a good time. Do you remember the 80s?
I remember the 80s. The Dodgers won 2 championships.
Of course.
So it was
always about the Dodgers.
So it was a good time to be a Dodger fan. I remember the 80s.
Did you watch the football game? The Super Bowl?
Of the 80s?
No.
Oh, this last one.
Yes, that we just had. Are you, hello, Earth?
I did, but I didn't. Just because of my last experience.
Mm-hmm.
That week I didn't want to be alone, and usually I go to this bar that I frequent called the Cove for Super Bowl, but as I'm trying to ease back on drinking, I was and it's funny because I can go to the Cove and I can only have one drink and I'm fine, and I go there because the people there are really nice and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just knew that I couldn't be there for this one because I needed something different because I since I do frequent the Cove a lot when I'm not working or whatever, just because a lot of my friends are there, and this is one of the this year I every year I make a goal list, and I know I'm making that sound like I've been doing this forever, but last year I made a goal list and I accomplished everything on that list. So I was like, okay, it's time to make a new goal list.
Right.
And so one of the things that I put on that goal list was to start doing new things and start trying new things, because going to the Cove is great because all my friends are there, but at the same time, if I'm really going to get out there and really start my recovery process and my healing process, I need to be around other people that don't know me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I need to know what that process is like. So what I did was I called one of my dear friends, and he was having a party at his house, and it was all people that I grew up with in high school and his sisters. So I was like, yeah, I haven't seen that family in forever. So I went there. And another reason too was at 8:00 I had a meeting at my job. It's like who
right, on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah,
Who does that? That's kind of cruel.
Who has a mandatory all staff meeting?
This is America.
But I was glad because, again, that was another thing that just kept me from just going over the edge and drinking a lot.
Right.
Because I had to drive and everything. So
yeah, don't drink and drive, people.
Yeah, it's not cool. I usually drink and walk now. That's
right.
my new thing.
But if you are going to drink, we very much recommend drivingalliance.org. They will pick you up and get you home safely. We appreciate everything that they do for all of our drunk listeners.
Yes, thank you so much. Drivingalliance.org. So yeah, my Super Bowl, it was, I was that's when I knew that I had to start recovering. I was talking with my friend's sister, who about a year or two ago, I forget, lost her boyfriend, fiance, in a car accident, and I knew the boyfriend because the boyfriend was my one of my dearest friends' brother. So I knew Oscar. Me and Oscar were actually in a band together, my first band.
Oh,
and
wow.
And it was called Full Deck. It was gonna be the most monstrous, band in the entire world.
Yeah.
And then I got, we then it didn't happen. But the man threw us down. But anyway, so I was.
It's always the man's fault.
Yeah. So I was talking with her, and then that's when I was like, yeah, I was trying to figure out. I mean, they're two different situations, but at the same time, kind of the same. Granted, her being single was thrust upon her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
that's tough.
Yeah, me being single was kind of I don't even know how I got to that point, actually.
Life choice.
It was a life choice, but I'm trying not to have regrets anymore. It happened, and I always say if I could turn back time, things would be different, but I can't. So I have to force myself to live in the now. So I was talking to her about how she recovered, because she has a guy that she's seeing now. Took her some time, and I was trying to get some advice from her on how she was able to do it, and just for me, I know it's not going to happen immediate for me. I know it's still going to take. I don't even know. I don't even want to put time on it.
Yeah, don't give yourself time limits or anything like that. In relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
when love jumps in your lap, it does.
Yeah. So it was Super Bowl was healing. I mean, I was able to watch it, but I was there, but I wasn't type thing. I was just mainly focusing on they had guacamole. So
that's that's a plus.
Yeah.
But you're from France, right?
Yeah.
So is the Super Bowl a big deal for you? But you've been here for a while.
It's not anything over there. I mean, it's only an American thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what's huge over there, of course, it's soccer.
Yes.
So for me,
soccer.
My favorite time is the World Cup.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people hate it, but me, I just love it. So once every 4 years, for a month, it's party time, and this year was awesome.
Yeah,
It's
see, that's
much fun.
That's the best time.
France did it okay, could have been better, but still, I love it. I get to wear my jersey. I paint my face blue, white, and red. Yeah.
Well,
another reason to
problem.
put makeup on.
Right? You don't have a problem with that. You seem to like to wear the
I
makeup.
love it.
The only problem that I have with the World Cup is that here in America, you have to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's what makes it fun. For me, that's what makes it
No,
fun.
this year was awesome. They had a game. First game was at what 9 or 9:30 or something like this. The second one was at 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Then you go to work. That's what I did. It was awesome.
It's too early in the morning for me.
No, it's great.
Yeah. Too early.
It's great. It's
I have
great.
to tape it and watch it like
You
late
wake
at night.
up, you're still, and then you meet your friends at the bar or wherever, and you start the day.
Yeah, you start drinking, and then it's all
Yeah,
this.
it's
You
great.
never make it to work.
It's a lot of fun. I love it. You get to sing, oh, it's awesome.
So we talked about an experience. What about you? Have you had an experience lately that changes you?
Me, an experience. Every day is an experience. You know, so much happened to me in my life that I don't know. But anything, nothing phases me much no more. NAM was fun.
Yeah,
That was a good
yeah.
time.
We ran into each other at NAM.
For once, I did accomplish some things that usually I don't. Because, you know, same thing, I don't. Usually I go there for a day.
Right.
By the time I go there, by the time we put the makeup on, by the time we show up, by the time you get your badge, by the time you get in, you have 2 hours left before they
Right.
shut down the place, and you're like, And so this year I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go 2 days. So I took a day off work, and then I went on Friday, and I went on Saturday, and I met some awesome people. I met some French people. They had a booth. They were just making their own string. They were so nice. Oh, they remind me of my mom. I was like,
Aw.
it was awesome. Super nice people. So, of course, now they're getting me free strings and stuff.
Do you know the name of the company? Give
It's
them a plug.
called, dude,
No,
the French
yeah.
company.
it
Yeah,
has
the
a
French
skull on the box. and that's pretty much what I know so far. It's just, but they were so nice.
Yeah, everybody at NAM this year was really nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, usually because we go there with a makeup, and we cannot walk 5 foot and not get stopped for anything, like pictures. And one year it got crazy. We were cornered, and television were there, photograph magazine, and for half an hour we could not get out of a corner. Me and the singer. Yeah, it was funny, but you know, it's the whole idea of it, actually. You know,
That's what makes it exciting there. It's like I don't wear any makeup and I can't go 2 feet.
Right.
And
no, but
yeah, it's like
but the thing is, it's like you know, if you've lived in Hollywood, everybody everybody and their
Right.
mothers is there. It is like everybody is there.
yeah, in the
Uh,
industry.
Yeah.
Because you,
well, no,
you
no,
can't,
not even
you can't
because
go unless you are part of the industry.
well,
So
I
if
s-
you are out there and you're trying to go to NAM, go to something else so that it's not so crowded.
I see
Just,
families from Florida with their kids.
yeah,
I
right?
don't, how
Don't
did
bring
they
your
get
kids
in?
to this. Yeah, it's not good. The badges are really difficult to get, and when
How did you get your?
I've been going
Yeah.
forever. I've been an artist, a sponsored artist for
I
many,
always have
many
to ask
years.
my friends to get me in.
Well, not anymore because you're a sponsored artist
I
now.
know.
Yeah. so-
Congratulations.
But
Yes.
still, I just like, do you have a badge? I'm a poor French guy. I
Yeah,
have no
I
badge.
need a badge. I need a
Give me a
badge.
badge.
Yeah, people were selling them. and
Really?
Yeah. You know what I didn't like about the badges this year? And for anybody who's ever been to a convention before, they usually give you like a laminate kind of
Yeah.
badge, or it goes inside
The
of a
laminate.
case and it attaches. This year it was a paper badge, and they gave you these clampy things that made the badges rip, and then people were losing them, and they charge you $100
Already?
if you lose it. So a replacement fee. I think that's kind of a scam. You
That's
know?
a fantastic scam.
Isn't it?
That's the stuff
Like they
that
made it so that it would break.
Hmm.
It's crappy.
Sounds like capitalism or something.
But we love you, NAM, and Guitars of Love are very appreciative of NAM.
No, but you get to meet some cool people. It's like, I like it.
Yeah.
Do you do interviews usually with your makeup, or is this the first interview?
No, I never do interviews with the makeup. Why?
I was just curious.
No, it's this very nice and shiny day outside. I don't want to.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, that makeup has to take forever to put on.
no. It takes about like 45 minutes. The thing is, it's like uh, I use a certain type of makeup. I don't use the grease
Right.
thing like Kiss would do.
Yeah.
So I go with the water base because it's matte color. It doesn't shine too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. It goes fast. It's awesome. But as soon as you sweat, it's like
Right.
face is melting.
Yeah.
So-
It's kind of hardcore.
The only thing I do with the makeup is like if we have a signing and the shows and go to NAM or do some stupid stuff like that. But
Yeah, it was kind of,
just
when you came up, I was like, oh, who's this? And then I was like, oh,
and
it's
a lot of people,
Christophe.
I go to people and say, hey, what's up? And I'm like, who are you? I'm like, I didn't recognize you without the makeup. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's true. People don't recognize me without the makeup too.
Sometimes they don't even recognize you with makeup. They're like, who? Sorry, this is too easy.
Yeah. He's dreaming.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing though is I never get recognized.
Yes, you do.
Very rarely, but I kind of like the anonymity.
Yeah, well, that's part of,
it.
being a radio personality that, people hear your voice, but they, like Karen Sharp, many people don't know what she looks like. And it's, that's the part of it. Unfortunately, we are on the air, so people see us. And so we can't get away with...
especially since we get videotaped and, and photos and all that stuff.
Yep.
But that's because we're really good looking people.
Well, some of us are.
Thank you.
Yes, you are.
I'll take all
You
that
are.
flattery.
Very
You can find it at skinmask.net. And with us is the bassist / programmer, right? Do you program or what do you do?
Well, there's electronics and samplers going on in this music, so I do all that stuff. I write the songs.
You do?
It's my
Yeah.
band.
He's the skin master.
It's my band.
So you are kind of like the
made it
the Gene
myself.
Simmons.
Yes,
in
without
a
the
way.
Paul Stanley. No, I've been in tons of bands. This is what happened. Like when I moved from France to come here, I was like, I was always writing songs, always having my own bands, and I was going to do the same thing. And a lot of energy and motivation for that. And after a while, it's just like I arrived here when that old grunge and all that stuff was taking over, and I kind of lost that fire. I think I just started to play with other bands just because I couldn't put my band together. Nobody wanted to do something like I wanted to. Or I couldn't find the people, and all my friends, they were all in bands, chasing girls and everything, getting some ass, and me, I was not getting nothing. So I decided, well, fine, I'm gonna join a band, and then I joined bands, and then.
Wait a
I got lucky.
minute. Let's back up just a second here. First off, you're French.
Yeah.
So automatically you're getting some ass.
No, not
yeah.
necessarily.
Yeah, no. You just talk to a girl and they're like, oh, Christophe.
That's
Yeah, no, for sure. And
It's
on
an
top of
urban
it,
legend.
you're gorgeous.
I'm all
so you're not having any problems. So you
Anyway.
didn't need a band.
Yes, I needed a band. I
You need a
told you that.
band
And my
because
English
you're
was
an awesome
so
player.
bad. I barely talk English. I'm mama's boy. I was born and raised, Catholic and short hair and all that stuff. And me, all I wanted to do was being Nicky Six. So,
Interesting choice.
I came here. My hair was long enough, and I dyed it black. Pierce my ears, pierce my nose. Back in the 90s, nobody has eyebrow and lip pierce. I was doing this with a needle. Popped my lips, got infected. Anyway,
Note to self: people do
I
not
turned
do
it-
that.
Yeah,
I
don't
literally,
do that.
without a week, turned into a Christmas tree. I mean, I was pierced all over the place, tattoos and all that stuff. And then I joined a band back in the 90s, or some Hollywood bands with makeup. So I did look like that Nicky Six stuff I wanted to.
Right.
And then, yes, I did actually have a lot of fun. Now, after that, switching from bands to bands to bands to bands, going nowhere. And one day I just got sick of it. I'm like, nothing would go through. And you spend all that money, all that time, and you actually depend on other people's. You're not, you're just part of a team that you don't know who's gonna win. Now, 10 years ago, what was that? No, more than that. It was like 2002 or 2003. My best friend at the time, and my roommate and my bandmate was Zoltan Badori from Five Finger Death Punch.
Nice.
So we were in a band together for a while. And then when the band broke up, we decided to put his own band together. And, of course, do you want to play bass for the band? I'm like, wow, just... I don't have the energy for that. I need to jump on something that's already up and running.
Right.
And little do you know, now it's Five Finger Death Punch, and
right.
I'm sitting here talking to you.
Well, you know what?
Anyway,
we love that band. They're an awesome band, but we love you
that,
too.
I told him, I would go and see him. I still talk to the guy pretty often. And one day he told me, he's like, dude, you have all those songs. Why don't you just put together your own band? Do your dream band. Stop following other people and just do. If you fuck up, it's your fault.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, fine. So I was at his house in Vegas, and we were brainstorming, and I'm like, dude, I want to put that makeup, and and I want to, I have that little guy, he's just like 20 years old. He looks awesome. All the girls are like crazy, but he doesn't do the growling type vocal. He's more like a Bon Jovi type guy singing, no screaming, just regular nice voice and everything. He's like, go for it. Take that kid. I'm like, okay. So, and I'm like, okay, well, now we need and I came up with that name, Skin Mask, in one word. And he was like, yeah, that's awesome. It makes sense. The makeup, the name, do that melodic thing. There you go. So that's what I did, and just been doing ever since. And actually, that band is awesome. I love it, but it takes a while to do anything.
Yes, it definitely takes a while. But the thing that I have to tell you about, I listen to a lot of bands. Obviously, I'm a producer and get handed a lot of CDs constantly. And the thing that struck me the most about your band is that it's authentic. 100%, when you listen to it, you get drawn into the next song. It's not like, okay,
well, the thing
this is something
it's
else.
So different sounding that anybody that's being played right now. Like if you listen to metal radios and, not in LA because there's no such thing much. But when I was driving to Vegas a couple of months ago, on my way there, you have like, actually, you can be driving and listening to metal. And I was like, dude, and all the bands have that same type tuning, the same recipe, which is like the growling thing, and all of a sudden they start singing and be more melodic on the chorus. But the riffs themselves are so generic, and I never really understood much the Five Finger Death Punch phenomenon, but after listening to all those bands, all of a sudden they play Five Finger Death Punch, and it sounded so different that I was like, oh, okay, I can see why. Well, Skin Mask has nothing to do with that kind of thing. It's it's almost, I don't want to say pop, but he has that dancing kind of groove, like AC/DC has that 4x4 type beat. So what I do is like I just do that Tommy Lee AC/DC type beat, and I add percussions, like tribal thing, like from African percussions and all, and he makes that whole thing groovy like that. And I have super catchy choruses, and that's all. And we tune down to a C, so it's heavy, and there you go.
Right.
It's just I didn't make music to have fat guy drinking beer in the first row, being like, no, I rather have like that kind of things. So like I'm not reinventing the wheel, but I'm trying to like all those bands, like Five Finger Death Punch, I'm saying again, but they're carrying the torch of bands that will no longer be there in a couple of years, like like Metallica cannot be around forever. Slayer's not going to be around forever. Disturbed and so on.
Right.
While all those bands, Iron Maiden, at some point they're going to go and it's going to be bye-bye. Who's going to be left? Five Finger Death Punch, Slipknot is going to be there. Now, what about bands like Kiss, Motley Crue? When they're gone, who's going to be there?
Right.
Me.
Skin Mask.
Voila. So that's
Right.
the thing. That was actually that's my idea of it. It's so difficult right now. Like Zoltan was telling me always, like they got lucky because they got the deal right before the doors shut down in the music industry. Like nowadays to even do it, it's not that easy.
It's not easy at all.
But this is what's going on with Skin Mask. It's a different type of metal. It's more like I don't want to say disco metal because it's not either, but he has some dancing groove in it.
Right.
With heavy guitars, Pantera type riff, super chop stuff, and big chorus like Kiss and Motley Crue and Bon Jovi.
Your band kind of reminds me a little bit of Nine Electric, which is one of my very favorite bands. In the fact that it's dancey and it still has a metal edge to it, and I really like that. Completely different bands, but
I
very.
think, this is the difference I think between us and Nine Electric. It's that they're, in my opinion, a little bit more on the industrial sound.
Yeah. Well, the drum
that
programming is the way that way.
Even though I use samplers, I try to not use those sounds because industrial and goth, and it's not really happening right now. I mean, there was great in the 90s. Ministry, Nine Inch Nails, they did it. KMFDM, they done it. Nowadays, doing industrial, I don't see it happen. So what I do is I will take disco samples, something like totally disco stuff, or hip hop type samplers, which is like violins and weird beats, that kind of stuff. So it's still current and fresh, and it's not very much used with metal or heavy guitars. But I try to stay away from the industrial stamp. That I don't want to be labeled as gothic or industrial.
Well, you picked the right place to do it because this show is not really has no stamp of anything.
Right.
It's
No, but that's what as soon as you mention samplers or electronics in the music, that's what people are automatically going to think of. Oh, it's industrial,
Right.
or electronica, or whatever. No, it's not. We are Pantera riff and grooves with some dancing samplers with it. There you go.
Yeah, it's really clever and refreshing to see this. It sounds like new music to me for the first time in a long time, and I'm really excited for your band. And
I love it.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna go far.
And you have no idea all those songs are.
We'll tell you if you suck.
This is.
We're not afraid of that.
I recorded this. I was a kid.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So what's next for you guys?
Well, right now we have an EP, and then we have 3 videos on YouTube. Next step is to record an album, which is also a major. It's not that simple either.
No, it's not simple at all.
So,
You guys are doing like a Kickstarter for that, right? Skin
we
Mask.
did, and we didn't.
I'm not a big fan of the Kickstarter.
Well,
It didn't work.
I'm using
Yeah.
Kickstarter, but you're using
No, I had a Kickstarter.
nationbuilder.com/donations.
Oh, no. No, this is where we have our website. This is
Right.
from that site on the Nation Builder. We can control everything, mass mailing with emails, and that's one thing that controls all the other site. Yeah, no, that's not.
Yeah, I was using Kickstarter but you guys are using that to raise some funds
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. Kickstarter is
There's
now
so
just
many-
the generic
there's so many,
crowdsourcing.
Ways
term.
now you can or sites that do that. How do you call that? Like
Crowdsourcing.
It's not like charity, but it's like
Crowdsourcing.
yeah. Okay. Well, the thing with Kickstarter, and I didn't know at the time, is like if you don't achieve your goals, you lose all the money.
Right.
That are some others like Indiegogo or whatever it's
Mhm.
called. Then you can actually, keep it, and it could help. So I'm thinking about doing that. I didn't really push it actually. I just had the Kickstarter. It already annoyed me just the way to set up that whole thing. All the questions they asked me, I felt like I was being interrogated by the FBI and all that stuff. I was like, I don't know about that much, but what the heck? I still went through it, and it's like I had other things to do, more important. Didn't really pay attention to that thing. So I will do it again eventually if I have to, but hopefully not.
What's up with hardrockrising.com? I saw you guys posted that on your Facebook.
Oh, it's a contest. It's just like whatever, but
don't vote for them.
Well,
I guess don't vote for them.
No, it's not. It's one of those. When you're on Reverb Nation, they always send you contests or stuff that if you want to do this, you want to do that, and they link you to Battle of the Bands and stuff like that. This one, actually, the only reason why I was going for it is like actually if you can access the top 12, you get to play the Hard Rock Cafe on Hollywood, which is okay, which is still a gig to play. Now, this is the thing. It's Skin Mask. When we play live, that I don't think nobody can match this. Right. It's huge. So I'm thinking, well, we get in the top 12 would be the hardest things to do. If we get our foot in live, nobody's going to match that. That's for sure. It's like seeing Kiss back in the 70s, but now.
Cool.
We have the smoke machines, we have the lights on the floor, we have big ass logo. It's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, with makeup and oh god.
Yeah, it's a production.
And you don't even have to register. That's what I like about it too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, most likely when somebody asks you to vote for whatever thing, you have to fill out a form, email, register to the website, logging, and all that stuff. This one, you just click on the link and push vote, and that's it. You go back to sleep.
Pretty simple, guys.
Back to sleep.
Yep. I will have all the details on the show notes. So if you guys are listening to this, log on to entertheshell.com, and you can look under the Tortoise The Hare, and I will have all those links so you can help the band out. Thank you so much, Christophe, for coming on.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
Being a part of the experience. When we come back, we are going to chat, find out the name of the show. But before we do that, what song do you want to do? You want to do In Love Again?
Yes.
Or okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah. That was easy.
Yeah, we're going to play In Love Again when we come back. More Tortoise and Hare experience.